Good morning, good morning. We're all just a little early to the party. Let me get my microphone hooked up. When you're early to the party, you get to mingle, hang out, and see some of the technical stuff. So here's the technical stuff, plugging in the microphone. Let's see who's here already. Who are my early birds? And go all the way. I got a question already for the early birds, and pardon my voice. For those of you who are here early, when I go and set up my live stream, usually I do this 20-30 minutes before I go live. Does that open the room? Are you guys able to come in 20 or 30 minutes beforehand and just start chatting? I'd like to know that. Let's see here. I got several moderators already set for the show. Thank you so much. Let's see. So is it only moderators that can come in early? Or can everybody come in early? Mystic Crossbones is here. Hello. Jamie Bird. Hi. Now, did you guys come in right after I went live? Or was that you coming in early? Monty, hello, good morning. Sunny Dog Homestead, good morning. Allison Kramer, good morning, hi. Constance McAllister, Mindy Newton, WTGLB, hi. Those Crazy Rivers, good morning, hello from London. Oh, so yes, you can come in early. See, I'm just now scrolling down and seeing that. If they have the bell clicked, they get the notice. So as soon as you get the notice, you can come in and just start hanging out before I actually go live. That's pretty cool. That way it gives you guys a chance to hang out with each other before I come on. Bandana Grandma, catch you for a few minutes before your live stream. Thank you for joining me for the last few Saturday mornings, and thank you for doing what you do on your live stream. I've been slightly under the weather, not real sick, but just kind of a little bit of junk. My throat's scratchy, so my voice is a little off this morning, but that's okay. Liam Glenny, any more beekeeping videos? I promise, I really do. There are going to be some more. I just haven't had any for several weeks now. Mystic Crossbones, how are your animals? They're better than I am, probably. Let's see. Brooke Chilvers, good morning from England. Okay, it is now, well, 1 minute till, so we're still in the early party, the pre-party. D Dreamer, good morning. D Dreamer 1995. Goodgame Bees, good morning, Blake. Can't say this morning. Going to get a male goat. Just wanted to say, oh, you can't stay this morning. Well, go get your goat and have a good morning. Let's see. D-Dreamer got the notification. Monty, you got to make some coffee. Yes, I have mine. I'm ready to go. It was actually yesterday's coffee, but I warmed it up. That's a dedicated coffee drinker right there. Let's see. Sunny Dog Homestead getting ready for the booth to sell eggs and plants, so we won't be here long. Go sell your eggs. You guys, if you can be here, I love it. But if you got things to do, I know we all have busy lives. Go do those things and just have a wonderful time hanging out with your friends and family, making a little money, or getting your goats, or whatever you got to do. Hello again from Glasgow in Scotland. Ricky Ward. Scotland. I would love to go to Scotland someday. Nicci Tierney, good morning. Good morning. Let's see, Brando Toe. Good morning, Brando. Good to see you. Jamie Bird, hello from Ireland. Another place I'd love to go someday. You know, most places, I used to never really want to go anywhere because I had a little bit of a fear of traveling. But now there's a lot of places. Ever since I went to Norway cured me of a lot of things. I want to go see some things. My buddy Øystein from Norway is here this morning. The cedar is blooming. I don't think there's cedar right now. There's probably lots of other junk. Jim Kinson, good morning, Blake. Brooke Chilvers, really enjoyed the cat video. Thank you. Thank you. I struggled a little bit with the cat video just because I wasn't feeling well, and I had footage from everywhere from months ago, and it was a little bit of a challenge putting that one together, but it was fun. I'm glad you liked it. Paul Otis, good morning. Blake, good morning. Good morning. Verlinda Teague, Charlotte, North Carolina. Let's see. Jim Kinson, ouch, using the wrong channel. Be right back. Suburban Hillbilly, hello, getting ready to till the garden. Take care of that garden. Grow some food. Grow some food. Nifty Thrifty Bits, good morning. Man, I got a lot of people here. Sherry Sepp. What's the weather like in your part of Texas right now? Well, this morning, you can tell I'm wearing a t-shirt, not a sweatshirt, so the temperature is very nice. It's overcast. It's threatening to rain. We're supposed to get some storms this weekend. Mystic Crossbones, have you ever been to Scotland? I suppose that's what you mean by SC. I've never been. Let's see. Good morning from the Netherlands. Robert Mock, Bandana Grandma. Good morning, Suburban Nifty. Good morning from Texas. Ben Starrett. What part of Texas, Ben? Because I'm in the San Antonio area. Liam Glennie, any advice for growing potatoes in grow bags? I have potatoes right here in grow bags. And the only advice is use a nice fluffy soil, something that's not going to compact too hard. Put a layer 2 inches or so deep. Put your seed potatoes in there. And when they start sprouting up, cover them with a little more soil. And they go again, a little more, a little more. I actually roll the edges of my... Here, let me show you. Hold on. This wasn't what I was planning on talking about, but hold on a second. This right here is a grow bag. This potato is ready to be covered. I just haven't gotten to it. It's one of my things I'm going to do today. I have the sides of the grow bag rolled down. When this potato grows up a little bit and I put some more soil in there, I'm going to roll those sides up, allowing me to have a full, 12 inches or so of soil in this bag. Okay. Øystein says, I'm more than welcome to visit again. I hope to someday. And you, sir, can come here as well. That would be a lot of fun. Okay, scrolling through. I really do have some things to talk about this morning. I like to get through sort of the good mornings. And also, I do have an icebreaker question. I've had those for the last few Saturdays, and I really enjoyed seeing your responses. So this morning is, I didn't actually get a chance to have breakfast yet because I woke up late. I was enjoying just laying in bed, but I was hungry. I didn't get breakfast, but I was hungry. So my question this morning, just for fun, is how do you like your eggs? Start posting up, how do you like your eggs? I'm going to scroll through, make sure I'm not missing anything. Lee Van Dyke, what kind of tortoise is your tortoise? Both of those, the 9 or 10-year-old little guy Jack and the big guy 16 years or so is Coco, and they are both male sulcata or African spur-thighed tortoise. Brando, homegrown potatoes, yum. Is Luke better? Luke is getting better. This is from Brooke Chilvers. Luke is getting better. He actually smiled the other day, which we haven't seen that in months. He kind of giggled and smiled, and that was really nice to see. Elizabeth, have viewed many of your videos. Why am I suddenly seeing this live chat? Elizabeth, well, if you are subscribed, you probably got a notification that I was going live. And when you come to my channel this morning in this time frame, I have from 9 a.m. to roughly 9:45, 10 o'clock a.m. Central Time. I have a live chat on Saturday mornings, and you just happen to come in at the right time. So good morning. Good to see you. Okay, Sunny Dog. Sunny Dog Homestead, do the grow bags cost similar to plastic pots? They're probably a little more, and they say the lifespan is roughly 5 years, but I suspect you can get a few more than that out of it. Do they dry out faster? Probably, but what a lot of people do, like for example, a beautiful example of using grow bags is go to Rob Bob's channel, and he has aquaponics and also gardens, wicking beds. He uses the grow bags set down in shallow trays or kiddie pools sometimes, and grows using the grow bags as a wicking bag, and it works out beautifully. Fried over, here's the egg questions. Fried, over easy, scrambled, over medium, scrambled very soft, over medium. See, I like eggs all of those ways. I'm just, sometimes people are very particular. I'm very curious how people like their eggs. Over easy. I love the yolk running out when I have something to let it run out on, like pancakes or grits or something like that. Over easy or scrambled. Bandana Grandma, thank you for joining us. Let's see. Scrambled with cheese, that's good stuff. Poached or over easy, runny yolks. You like how I did that? I like my eggs hatching. We had a chick last night in the incubator hatch, so I like them hatching too. Over medium, poached medium. The mama cat says hello. Soft and runny. I like my eggs homegrown, scrambled, hard-boiled, and in cookies. That's a good way to have an egg. Let's see. Give Luke all our best. What is wrong with Luke? Lee Van Dyke. Luke has been a little bit sick. Actually, a lot of bit sick for the last few weeks. We started out this year with pneumonia, and then he sort of got over it, and then he started regressing, and he's been not well for several weeks, but he's recovering, and he's looking much better. Daniel Spikes, how many beehives do you have at the moment? I have 2 nukes that are struggling, and 4 successful big hives. So that's really 4 plus 2 little ones, maybe 6. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Over easy on toast with cheese, hot sauce, and a touch of something sweet like strawberry preserves. Karen, that sounds wonderful. Okay. Okay, the Weekend Homestead, Will Wallace is here. I wanted to mention something. We're already 13 minutes in, so we can get started with some of the subjects. He has a really cool video that you guys, when you're done here this morning, go check out The Weekend Homestead by Will Wallace and look at his April Fool's video for this morning. A lot of outtakes from shooting video on the homestead. I can tell you from my experience, there's usually more outtakes than there are actual usable clips. So that's kind of funny. I wish I would have had the foresight and the energy and the time to put something like that together on my channel, but I just didn't. Thank you, Will, for being a wonderful example of how to be on top of your game. Again, and everybody needs to go check out his channel. If you're not subscribed, subscribe as you're watching that April Fool's video. Okay. All right. Hey, Kate made it in. Good morning, Kate. All right, so I do have some subjects that I want to talk about. Thank you for sharing with me how you like your eggs, because that's just a fun question. I do want to address April Fools a little bit this morning. So I actually have notes. Excuse me. I don't really care for April Fools. Never in my life have I cared for April Fools. Ever since I was a little kid, and I was always kind of just the skinny nerd in school, and people would tell me, your shoe's untied, or they would put their finger on my chest and say, hey, what's this? And when I looked down, they'd flip my face or something like that. April Fools, ha ha ha. I really grew to dislike this day, so I don't participate. Some people handle it really well, and they do some really creative, fun things that are just interesting, like Will at the Weekend Homestead, but I will not have anything like that on my channel, probably ever, because I just have a bad taste in my mouth about April Fool's Day. the mama cat, you think the bullies started it. I actually think they did too, because my shoes never were actually untied, and I never actually had anything on my chest. Me too, but Monty, so you were picked on too? You were probably a little bit bigger kid than I was. I'm telling you, I was like this big when I was in the 4th grade. I was tiny. All right, we have a few other subjects. I want to get talking about some things because I love the interaction. I want my live chats to be a beautiful time between you and I, but I also want to share some... We need to hug it out. Yes, you were probably one of the bullies. That's funny. I'm just kidding, Will. I'm sure you weren't a bully. What is this? What is this? How many guesses? This is not my urine samples. How many guesses? What is this? Let me give you a hint. Take a whiff. Smell it. Kombucha, honey, ACV. Well, it's not honey. It's too runny for that. Fire cider. Who said that? Who said that? Wait a minute. Donna Richard. This is indeed fire cider. And it's one of the things that I use to help when I start feeling bad. I take some of this and I feel like it helps. So that was a quick guess. Watery honey, tea, apple cider vinegar. Texas Blacksmith 10 gave me already this morning $10. Thank you so much, sir. And I want to mention, last week I quickly shut down without much warning. I have a lot to learn about how to do live streams. Texas Blacksmith 10, in the last few seconds of my last live stream, gave a $20 super chat, and I didn't get a chance to say thank you on screen, but thank you so much, sir, for that super chat last week and again this week. You are a true friend. Thank you so much. Donna Richard, you had a batch. You made a batch of fire cider. Lisa is not an April Fool celebrator. Probably got a lot of my friends here, a lot of the nerds that turned into just good people who want to work on a homestead. Okay, let's see here. Texas Blacksmith, woohoo! Yes, thank you so much. And thank you to my moderators for cheering on and carrying a conversation with the people who join here, because it is just a wonderful experience for me to sit here and watch the screen and see you guys talk to each other and just love on each other. So, Rain Country Homestead, hello Blake and all, good morning. Lisa Morgan, don't know how to do a super chat? Well, I won't spend too much time on it, but right down at the bottom next to the chat there's a little $sign, and if you choose to click on that, you can identify a dollar amount and plug in your financial information, whatever, and you can donate to any channel doing a live stream. It's a wonderful way to give to your creator and show them that you appreciate them, and your creators truly do. I mean, it's a boost of encouragement to see you guys being here, but also that somebody would be willing to share a gift like that. That's a beautiful experience. Thank you. So the fire cider is something that I make and I take on a regular basis. Let me show you. I have these little ladles. I know it would be better to put it in a container that you can actually pour out of, but I just didn't do it at the time. But so what I do is I just take this lid off, take a ladle full, and just for fun, I have this Iceland shot glass. I never actually take alcohol shots, but this was a gift from my son. He visited Iceland, and so I use this for taking shots of two things, really. Well, I kind of fibbed. Sometimes I do drink a little bit of alcohol in the form of akavit from Norway. That stuff is really tasty. But I also will put this. Who can guess what this is? Because this one's probably a little harder to guess. But if you've been watching my Instagram and Facebook over time, you probably know what this is. So somebody give me a few guesses what you think this one is. Again, not honey, it's very runny. So give me a few guesses and we'll see who can get this one right. But it's another thing that I take in here like medicine. So that's a hint. So it's a medicinal substance, not kombucha, that I take with my Iceland. This is the only shot glass I own, my Iceland shot glass. So it is kind of cough syrup, but it is a tincture as well. Meredith, good guess. But what kind of tincture? It is... It really doesn't smell that great. Can you smell it? I do that for fun. That's funny. It's not elderberry. It's not sweet. Let me give you one more hint. Hold on. It uses this from my garden. If you know what that is, you might be able to get a really good guess what that is. Anybody? Anybody? But again, this is something that I will... Oregano tincture, yes. Oregano, very good. Rain Country Homestead with the oregano tincture guess. And I read your word just right, even though it was spelled wrong. So again, I take this, I put it in my shot glass, and I take a shot, and I do that several times a day when I usually only do the oregano on days when I'm not feeling well. I can do the Fire Cider on any day just to make sure I feel great, but the oregano I save for those days I'm not feeling great. And that, because I didn't have any alcohol other than a bottle of whiskey that someone gave me as a gift, and I don't really drink whiskey, that is a oregano in whiskey tincture. So, uh-oh, we might get some rain this morning. I think I felt a few drops. You do see Aqua Galaxy Kelly. I don't know what that is. What it is. The oregano tincture. When you soak an herb in alcohol over time, it draws all of the beneficial, or a lot of the beneficials, out, and it gets infused with the alcohol. So then you can take the herbs out and use the alcohol like a medicine. I might have to move this to the porch if it starts raining. $50 people in the chat. Thumbs up, please. Yes. YouTube recognizes when you guys give me thumbs ups, when you comment, which, by the way, I invite all of you to come to this video after it's done being live. They process it and they make it a recorded video. Come back and do comments on that video as well. So I get a double dip of comments. You can make the same comments, in fact, if you had a question during the live stream. Okay, what else did I have for you? Oh, I did want to mention, just because of customer service, let me take my boot off. Hold on. Right there, it's a little dirty, but this is an Ariat boot. And the reason I'm mentioning Ariat, the brand, not because I have anything to do with them, but I bought the boots back a couple years ago. Oh my goodness, Øystein gave 100 NOK. That is the Norwegian money. Thank you, sir. That is a beautiful gift. Thank you. And I usually don't know how to resume talking after somebody gives me a beautiful gift like that. Thank you, Øystein, very much for that. So, Ariat boots, I had a pair of boots that I absolutely loved. And the sole kept coming off. So we called Ariat, we sent it back, they fixed the sole, and I got them back, and they came off again. That happened 3 times. And finally, we called Ariat and said, you know what, we love your boots, but the soles keep coming off. We can't keep the boots. We're going to have to do something else. And they offered to just give us new boots. So I have a brand new pair of boots by Ariat because they couldn't resolve the challenge with that previous pair of boots. So thank you to the company very much. That was a wonderful thing, because they could have just said, no, we tried 3 times, sorry. But I ended up getting a new pair of boots. All right. So I have a plan. I need to work it out. It's one of those things I need to research. But I'm going to start giving things away on Saturday mornings. At least I'm going to try to. But I have a few details I need to work out about how I want to manage the sort of the game of it. So look for that probably starting next week. Just a couple more thumbs up to 50. I know you guys are out there. You can do it. Thank you, Will, for doing that. Let's see. I'm just about out of notes. I may not have a whole lot more to talk about. So I'm just going to read some questions. Let's hang out for a few minutes. I probably won't stay on for a whole hour this morning simply because of my voice, and I don't want to talk for a whole hour. So, but, yeah, I do have something else I wanted to talk about. See, this is how my brain works, just in and out. So, on my Facebook yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I posted a nerdy stat picture, and it showed the number of shares that I get on my videos. Well, just the nerd in me that likes to look at stats says, oh, well, the most common at that point for the last 28 days, the most common share, the way to share my videos was, what was it at the time? Oh, WhatsApp. It was WhatsApp, I think. And that is, I found that very interesting that WhatsApp was the most common platform to share my videos for the last 28 days. So I thought, wow, that would be really cool if I could do a little experiment with my friends. And so on Facebook, I put it out that I would love for you guys to help me perform a little experiment. It's really just for my fun as I look at my stats. What I want you to do, if you can, is go to my kombucha video or my apple cider vinegar video. There's two of them. Choose your favorite one of those three videos. And I believe We Tree Bonsai has the links. So if you could put the links of the kombucha and the apple cider vinegar. There's one it's a general apple cider vinegar ACV video, and then also one that is from scratch, because I had questions about how to make it if you don't already have some. So what I want you to do is take those links, copy the link, and paste it into your text editor. Not text editor, text messenger. I want to see if we can make text messaging the #1 way to share my video for the last 28 days. Now, YouTube will take several days to catch up. So with your help, we can see a spike in shares based on text messaging. And what it would be really nice is if you can text message someone in your contact list who actually cares about that subject. Don't spam your friends or your family, but send it to someone who you think would actually share, view it and appreciate it, and then also someone that you think might share. Ask them to share it through text messaging, because they're going to get benefit out of watching the video, but also they can help this guy out by sharing it in text messaging so that I can see that little spike in stats, because that's just fun for me. So, Central Texas A4000T. Good morning from Central Texas. Well, good morning from Central Texas, South Central, San Antonio. So that was just a little fun thing I did on my Facebook. Nicci Tierney, what exactly is Fire? Oh, I got distracted. I get distracted all the time. This is Fire Cider in the making. So what I do is I take the fire part, I think, is the hot peppers. There's hot peppers, there's garlic, there's different herbs, a lot of different things mixed in. There's a lot of recipes, but really it's infused cider. So it's covered with apple cider vinegar, and it's left to sit in the pantry for weeks or months or however long it takes. And then you strain off all of the chunky bits, and you end up oops, you end up with something that is just like this. So it goes from this to this. And what I did on the batch that made this one was that I figured the chunky bits probably still had a little left in them, so I just poured more cider on top of that, and I'm processing that again. It might end up being a little weaker than this, but that's okay, it'll still have some benefit. When I'm all done, I'll take the chunky bits, which are the peppers, and you can see in there, there's some rosemary, and there's some garlic, and I can't remember everything I put in this one, but there's probably 4 or 5 different ingredients. I'll take that mash when it's all finished, and I'll feed it to the chickens. Actually, that's what I'll do with it because I like to give my chickens fermented treats, but some people will take that mash and they'll blend it up and they'll save it in the refrigerator, and when they make like cornbread or something like that, they'll mix in a spoonful of that vinegar. Now, I read your comment, Rain Country. Do you make your own vinegar? And then I used vinegar in a sentence when I wasn't supposed to. They put that mash from the fire cider into their cornbread or other breads or whatever that they're making. So that's a lot of fun. Yes, I do make my own vinegar, and that's one of the videos that We Tree Bonsai shared. See, Camilla Morris. Hello from Brazil. I tried to make apple cider vinegar with the mother, but the SCOBY didn't grow in 3 weeks. I used that vinegar anyway. How can I create the SCOBY? Well, I got to tell you, apple cider vinegar, the mother that forms on top takes time. If you make a fresh batch for the first time, chances are you will not get a mother, at least not a visible one, but the bacteria and yeast will be forming in the liquid. So just take some of that liquid from your first batch and pour it into your next batch. After 2 or 3 batches, you're going to start seeing a thin, white, scummy looking stuff on top. And as long as there's no feathers on it like mold, that is most likely your mother forming. You're welcome, Nikki. Thanks for asking. Thanks for bringing me back on track. Is it okay to put it in the compost? Absolutely. Yes, it will compost just fine. In fact, the bacteria and everything I don't have any scientific evidence, but it might help your compost grow faster. I don't know. Have I tried making vinegar from other fruits besides apple? Yes. Pear makes a good one. Yes. In fact, I didn't want to say anything because it was going to be my secret. But this batch is actually pear. There's no apples in this one. Don't tell anyone else. This is just between you and I. Let's see here. Scrolling through. Øystein is making apple cider vinegar, or actually pear cider vinegar right now too. They decided to try that out after I mentioned it. And so hopefully that works out really well for them. They have also made several batches of apple cider vinegar that turned out great. Okay. Grace Fire 7, I watched a lot of kombucha vids and really enjoyed yours. Thanks for making it. Oh, thank you. You're making it yourself. I hope you enjoy that kombucha. It's a really fun drink. And thank you for watching my video. Thank you for commenting about how you liked it. Several people have said it's the best kombucha video on YouTube. I find that hard to believe. But, hey, they like it. The secret's out. Okay. Can you make kombucha without buying a starter? That is a very common question, Lori. And I have said many times that I think no. I think you have to have a starter. But I don't know that for sure. And if I can ever get my act together, I plan on doing an experiment, pardon me, trying to make a batch of kombucha from scratch with no kombucha to start with. And so far I have an idea of how that might happen, but I've just never done it. Rain Country, you make vinegar from mints. Wow, that's nice. And you wash your hair with it. I know vinegar is great as a grooming product. I never thought about putting mint in it. How long do you give seeds to germinate before you decide they are duds? That depends on what kind of seeds they are. Some seeds take longer than others. Tomatoes should be fairly fast. Peppers could take a while, but if it's been several weeks for most normal vegetables, they're probably duds. Pineapple vinegar sounds great. Creatively Clean Soaps is making some. Karen, with kombucha, I haven't found one that I like. Does the taste improve with homemade over purchased? I've never, well, I have. I did purchase some kombucha at a farmer's market. I thought it tasted great. I think mine tastes great. It may be one of those things that you just either like it or you don't. Several people in my family just don't. So it may be something that you can't drink. You might experiment if you make your own with different fruit juices, because what I've noticed is that the mango flavor is one that most of my family really enjoys, but a lot of the other fruit flavors they don't. All right. Toma Dragos, you've been watching my videos for a while. Great job. Keep it up. Thank you very much for being with me. LDY Penaz, Lady Penaz maybe. Do you have clay soil? I do have clay soil, and I fix it for gardening by keeping lots of organic matter on top of it, building the soil on top so that the soil life will reach down into the clay and start breaking it up and make it more loose. The soil that is under my garden is just like the rest of my farm. It's all clay. But if I dig down into it, I can dig a lot further down in my garden than I can in other places in the on the farm, because all of the organic matter, all the soil life that is developing in the soil and reaching down in there, all of the fungus, the mycelium, the worms, the bacterias, all of it working together to break that soil up and make it something wonderful for growing your vegetables. Do folks strain kombucha before consuming? I don't, because I don't mind swallowing the little baby SCOBY that forms. I'm maybe gross like that, but everyone else in my family would prefer that it gets strained out, because they don't like that little floaty, slimy SCOBY that's forming, in most cases, in the second fermentation. Nicci, she also drinks the mini SCOBYs. They're actually good for you. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just bacteria and yeast, beneficial bacteria and yeast. So there's nothing that's going to hurt you. It's just the first time it hits your teeth when you're drinking it, or the back of your mouth, it's a little off-putting because you're not sure what that is. But after that, once you know what to expect, it's no big deal. The music well, you bought some that has chunks in there. Scared to drink it as it is. Well, just to get the flavor, just to get used to it, go ahead and strain it out and drink it. And then as long as the chunks are actually like little slimy bits, that little coagulations, there's no way to put that beautifully. But that's probably a baby SCOBY, and there's nothing that's going to hurt you. Otherwise, it may be bits of the... maybe the fruit fibers that they used in the second fermentation or something like that. Paul Otis, you gotta run. Thanks for joining me. Do you use oregano for a chicken dewormer? I do, and it works great. Adrian Ange, I didn't know that. How do you use it? Tell me how you use it. Do you grind it up, or do you make a paste, or do you just feed it to them? Let's see, Wicked Westphalia, I believe I saw in a recent video you are growing Pinot Noir grapes. Is this for wine? Are you having success growing them? Was it grapes or was it peppers? It was probably peppers. That was one of the peppers in, or maybe it is grapes. I have several grapes. They all came from the clearance bin at the grocery store. the plants that they put out, and I can't actually tell you what kind that I have, and I have no intention of making wine, but I just got the clearance grape plants, and I plan on growing them and just seeing how they do. Distracted by a bird. A caracara, or Mexican eagle, just flew over. Let's see. Texas Blacksmith 10 says you can use store-bought as a starter. You absolutely can, as long as it is not the pasteurized version. It has to be live. Music well. I didn't know if it made it pointless to even use it if not drinking the chunks. Yes, it's not pointless, because the beneficial bacteria and yeast, the probiotic-ness of it, is still in the liquid. So yeah, drink it, and don't worry about the chunks. Lori says, I'm having trouble finding it locally, but thanks. I know that you can order scobies online, so maybe you can start making some at home using that. It was peppers. Monty said it was peppers. Yes. Baking soda. Baking soda has for those of you who have potato questions, go check out Baking Soda's YouTube channel. He has a lot of really cool videos about how to grow potatoes in containers. I've learned a bit from him, so thank you, Baking Soda, for that. He said, I can't stay, but we'll watch this later. Jumped on to check an email and saw the notification. Thank you for checking in with me, sir. And everyone, go check out Baking Soda's potato videos. Let's see. Don Richard, oregano oil. Oops, I lost you. Oregano oil and a bit of apple cider vinegar in the water is a natural antibiotic. I need to try that. You're welcome, Baking Soda. Thank you for being a creator. Thank you for sharing your passion and your knowledge on YouTube, because lots of people benefit from that. I have found that as a creator, there are people who really connect with us and learn a lot, and in some cases are able to sort of have a family connection. So thank you for being a wonderful personality on YouTube, sharing your passion. Baking soda is also an awesome woodworker. Monte Turner says that. And I'm sure he does lots of wonderful things. I have mostly watched his potato growing videos because I needed some help with growing potatoes. Okay, I'm all caught up. It has now been 42 minutes. And I thought I would only do 30 minutes this morning, but it's just so much fun hanging out with you guys, answering questions, interacting, and just experiencing the community that we do here. So I'm going to give you probably 5 more minutes to answer a few more questions, and then I'm going to sign out. So don't forget, next week I'm going to try to introduce some giveaways. So join me again next week for that. I have to work out some details, but that will be a lot of fun. I have some really, really cool things to give away. I really do. Really cool. They're big, so I probably will only give away to the continental United States just because of shipping cost, unless somebody decides to help me out with shipping costs. But for now, anyway, you'll hear more about that next week. But the product that I'm giving away was given to me. A company said, hey, would you try our product out? And so I received their product. I looked at it, and it is a wonderful, wonderful product. But what I established for myself was that because of my current shed situation, my current garage shop situation, meaning I don't really have one, a lot of things will end up getting lost or damaged. So I'm going to not use those products. I'm going to show you what they look like. I'm going to give you a good overview of the products, and then I'm going to give them away. So next week is going to be the first week, hopefully, that I can get that done. Womack Nursery says we have Pierce disease here in Texas, and most grapes are susceptible to it. Supposedly black Spanish grapes, Lenoir, however that's said, are resistant and do well in Texas. I'll have to look that up. So far, I haven't done a lot of grape research. I probably should, but I couldn't resist the clearance prices on the grapes at the grocery store. Nicci Tierney says, so growing potatoes, how many potatoes do you get from a planted spud? What I have found in my case is that for each seed potato, I usually get 3 or 4 potatoes. So if I plant one, I'll get 3 or 4 back. Some people probably do way better than that, but that's been my experience. Excuse me. Any tips on picking out beehives? The tip I would give on beehives is to go I got distracted again. Go to a local beekeeping group and find out what's working in your area, because it is kind of area specific. Texas Blacksmith 10, I have not thanked for the 100 super chat. The knock, I did. Øystein gave the 100 knock, and I thanked him very much. I thank all of you very much who give the super chats, because it is a wonderful gift. Øystein is my buddy, and if I didn't thank him properly, I'm sure he will let me know in a text message as soon as we're done. All right. Any last thoughts? Sherry Sows, any thoughts, comments regarding immunization of chickens to ensure the safety of eggs? Not really. I don't have any great thoughts on that. Sometimes the chicks that I get, if I get them from a hatchery, they come immunized, but I've never actually immunized any of the chicks that are born here. And I've had my flock tested several times for disease from an official county level person that checks the birds, and I've never had any problems. It's rather, I'm sorry, Sherry. I've actually, maybe it's my voice, maybe it's my train of thought, but you know, maybe it's the Fire Cider or the coffee. Sometimes I'm just like that, and I apologize for if the just like now, I apologize if the chat has been hard to follow. Okay, I gotta go. It's actually starting to rain. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Daddykirbs farm. It is truly a pleasure. And at the very last minute, Nicci Tierney gives $10 in a super chat. Thanks for all your hard work. Thank you, Nicci. Again, I'm overwhelmed every time that happens. So yes, and also go check out Will's April Fool's video. He just left a link. And that's it. That's the end. I will talk to you soon.